Hi guys, welcome to another episode of PrettySmart, and today I'll be talking to you about exam stress. You guys have been sending me snaps about how stressed you are from exams, how you really can't do it anymore.
You wish there wasn't exams, you wish you wouldn't go for an exam and you want to take MC for your exam.
Not long ago, I was a regular student just like you, facing a tremendous amount of exam stress. So I decided to make a video to talk to you guys about the things I wish I knew when I was taking my exams. And hopefully it will be relatable to you and it will just help you a little through your exams.
Tip number 1.
Get enough sleep. Try to sleep by 12, though most of your peers might be sleeping at 3. It really works better for you if you have enough sleep. Why? Well, they say that when you sleep, it helps you concentrate even better. I used to think that sleeping at 3 AM and waking up at 6 AM was normal and it was something that I can get by with. But I realized that I felt so sleepy throughout my school time. Like every time it was lectures, I'll be writing my notes halfway and then after that I'll look at my friend. Hey, what do you copy? Can I copy from you? It's not very healthy. And it doesn't help you concentrate or take in anything that the lecturer is saying. Not saying that I didn't pay attention last time, but... Tip number 2, get a study group. Many of you might like to stay in school and study, meet up at like a coffee place in Starbucks to study. That's what I used to do. I used to go to Starbucks or last time King Albert Park, open my books and just chop the whole table and stay there and like study for hours. So I used to get a study buddy. Her name is Beatrice, who's my best friend. She used to tell me,
now you need to study more. Why you haven't done this yet? Why you haven't done that yet?
I felt so kanchiong, you know. I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to do this. Okay. It allows you to be accountable to each other when you have somebody you study with. And I also got this tip from my friend. And I asked her like, hey, how do you do so well in school? Her advice was very, very unconventional. She told me she has this study group. Every time they meet up, they dress up. So they dress up in like formal clothes one time. They dress up in like party gear or sports gear. Just injecting like some fun into something that to you might be stressful and boring. Maybe that's some food for thought. Number 3, you must plan. I know I used to dread planning, and I remember my dad used to tell me, Belle, have you planned already? Have you done this? Have you done your planning? Then I'll be like, oh yeah. But actually I haven't. It will go to a point where he will just come and sit next to me and force me to plan. If you have this huge project or this huge chapter that you have to finish, then you'll be like, wow, so sian. If you break it up into smaller pieces and you plan it according to your time and also plan some rest breaks, like let's say 10 pages a day, and you'll just see that, hey, actually it's not that much for me to finish this within a course of 1 week. You will feel less stressed about your exams and you'll feel like, hey, actually I have so much time to complete everything that I have to do. So the 4th one would be knowing. Knowing what you're good at and what you're not good at. I used to like to do my 10-year series and I like to focus on the things that I'm very, very good at. So once I see the question, I'll be like, this one I know. Oh, this one I also know. And I like to forget about the chapters that I don't really understand. But it's very important to allocate time to perfect the things that you're not good at and knowing what you need to allocate your time to, because that's very important if you want to move forward and do better for your exams. Next one! The 5th one would be asking for help. You know how as students we'll be a bit paiseh and a bit shy to ask our teachers for help? If our classmates know that we ask our teachers for help, we're like,
yeah, this person, you know, so like she really wants to do well, yo.
And you'll feel very self-conscious when you want to ask more questions because you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb in class. Many years down the road, that looking back, I'll be like, no, I actually wish that I asked more questions, because I used to be so quiet and I leave the question asking to other people, and I in turn will ask my friends to tell me the answers when I can actually go to my teacher and ask him or her the exact answers, then he'll be more than happy to tell me about it. Don't be afraid to ask. Next one would be to strategize. Well, I used to talk to my dad about like my studies, and well, he kind of knows that I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not very good at my studies. I don't do super well. I'm not top in class. He realized the struggle and he told me, hey, this is a very good strategy. What he told me is the 70-30 rule. If you have a whole topic or like a whole syllabus, just study 70%. Yeah, right. 70% only. If you tell this to your other parents, they will be like, 70% you should study everything. I can sieve out the different topics that I'm very good in, and the other 3 I can just skim through while I perfect the 7 topics. I thought it was very good. It took away a lot of my stress. So I was a humanities student, so I did literature, history and economics. And I just found out that my history syllabus was so extensive that even looking at the notes like put me off. My notes every week was this thing. So throughout the 2 years it would be like So it's a lot of information to take in. If you're doing literature or history, maybe just sieve out the main wars that they like to talk about or the main concepts they like to talk about and create a whole new mind map around that concept and learn about it. You don't really have to go and study the entire book or the entire syllabus in depth. So when you know the key trends, you can draft an entire mind map on how you're gonna answer that question, and that it really helps you if you know how to strategize your exam planning like that. Last but not least, your mindset. I used to be a girl that like look at my other peers and go like, wow, I cannot be as smart as her. Like, why can't I write so well? Why can't I write as well? Why can't I do as well as this other person? You know, all this negativity like builds up in your brain, and I realized that hey, it's okay, I can do it. I know that like I'm not as good as this, I cannot be the top student, but then again I can still prove myself wrong by being better than I was before. So what I like to do was that I like to stick post-its all over my wall and all over my door. I used to Google for all the motivational quotes and I write them in very nice like ink, and I just put them all over my table. It's okay if nobody is encouraging you the way you want to, so long you encourage yourself. When you look back, you wouldn't want to look at yourself and go, hey, I should have like be more positive, I shouldn't have put myself down, you know? Write down your goals as well and paste it right in front of you, like smack big in front of you on your wall. So every time you look at it, you remind yourself what you're working towards. For me, in JC, I used to be so bad in history. Like every time I'm at my prelims or during tests, I would get a fail. I know that setting my goal at an A would be crazy. So what I told myself was that I would just set a goal at saying B or like a pass. Working towards that was better because I knew that it was within my reach. Like ultimately I got a B and I was very happy with it. You don't really have to set like crazy goals, but just reachable goals that you can see yourself working towards and achieving. When you achieve it, you'll feel very accomplished. So that's it! And this one goes out to all you girls and guys who are studying for your exams. If you have any other tips that you think I missed out, please leave it in the comment box below so you can share with everyone. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this kind of videos, please let me know in the comment box below. And remember to subscribe to tsltv. I'm Christabel. See you! Love you! All the best for your exams.